Hello and welcome back to My Mom's Basement with Robbie Fox. I'm here with Dominik Mysterio. First time in person, but we actually did an interview January 2022. Feel like a completely different person since then, to be honest.
3 years. It's been that long?
It's been a long time, yeah.
Damn.
Coming right off the heels of Summerslam. Congratulations on the big win. What was Summerslam like for you?
It was an amazing 20-year anniversary. Everyone kept asking me like, "Oh, what did you do to prepare?" I didn't do anything. AJ had to prepare for me. You know, I'm the greatest Mysterio of all time, greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. It was a great time.
Yeah, congrats on 20 years, by the way.
Thank you very much.
I noticed AJ obviously wore the Eddie gear last night. You were wearing navy blue. Was there anything behind that navy blue?
Yeah, that was, I don't want to say an homage, but it was a slap in the face to, my deadbeat dad's gear in 05. It was almost like a one of these guys to, I'm going to do it better than you did.
You're reclaiming it.
100%, because the way I felt, the wrong person won the match in 05. So I'm glad that the correct Mysterio won last night.
Well, that might be the one thing that you and your dad could agree on, because he had this Instagram post last night where he said, "Still wish Eddie would have beat me and kept Dom's custody." Did you see that one?
Yeah, me too. It just shows what a terrible father he was.
It was a great match with AJ. I really did enjoy it. And I saw as you were going to the back, there was a social media post. He said, "No Judgment Day, no nothing. You're just the king of the luchadors on your own." Where did that win rank for you in terms of moments for you in WWE?
Man, for me, other than there's been a couple good victories for me, but like that one would probably rank at the top.
Really? Last night?
I think so. I've beaten my deadbeat dad, but this was special for me. 20 years, and now coming in my 5-year debut anniversary, right, since wrestling. So like it was very special. And like I said, no Judgment Day, no nobody. And it wasn't a shot at the Judgment Day. Like I love my family, right? But it was more of like a shot to the haters, because everyone was expecting like, oh, who's going to come out and help him? Is Roxanne going to come out? Is Finn going to come out? Like, no one came out. I told them I was going to do it all on my own, and I did just that. I outsmarted AJ, and I beat him right in the middle of that ring.
And for you, this was more special than even winning the title at Mania?
Oh, man. When you put it that way, the only reason I would say yes is because the way it went down at Mania, I didn't realize I was pinning Finn. Yeah. But if it was anybody else, I would put that Mania win on top. I just feel bad because it was my stepdad Finn that I had to go on.
Yeah, I was there at Mania in the moment where you ran back into the ring to celebrate with the fans afterwards. That was incredible. In January of 2022, when we did our last interview, I asked you what your favorite moment at that point was, and it was just debuting in front of a live crowd, because you obviously came in a weird era, and you said it was just getting out in front of the live crowd. I also asked you what your favorite set of gear you ever wore was, and back then, you said it was the Macho Man gear at SummerSlam 2021. Has that changed since then?
Oh, 100%.
What's it now?
My favorite gear now, oh man, I really enjoy, I want to say the cow print that I wore against Penta at Backlash. Mm-hmm. That was one of my favorite gear, only because when my gear guy, the inspiration came from, I believe it was Triple Mania 3, where my deadbeat dad and my great uncle Rey Mysterio Sr. came out, and they had this cow print suits with it just looked so cool. So I was like, man, I want to do something like that. And he made me 2 sets. It was one that was all black with bigger spots of white, and then the one that I wore that I really liked, which was more cow print, but also Dalmatian style.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, and I was like, this is terrible. I was like, this is not what I wanted. I was like, do you have anything more cow? I was like, cow, this is not what I wanted. And he goes, well, I already made the outfit. He goes, just try it on and see what you think. And I was like, all right, fuck it. I was like, send it to me and we'll see how it looks. And sure enough, when he sent it in person, I was like, this looks super dope in person. The material he used, and it just looked really cool. And I was like, this is definitely one of my favorite ones. That and the WrestleMania one, the all white bones.
Yeah. Has it been the same gear designer for you your whole career, or no?
Yeah, I've had 2 guys, Gustavo Bucio, who's out in Mexico City, and the guy who made my gear last night. He makes more of my, I don't want to say special gear, but he's way more intricate with his designs and his detailing, and that's Masahiro Hayashi out in Japan. So shout out Hayashi for my gear last night.
Big shout outs. And I just wanted to get your thoughts on the other big headlines of the weekend. Obviously, night one, someone that you've sparred with back and forth. CM Punk wins the World Heavyweight Championship. He gets cashed in on right away. What were your thoughts?
My initial thoughts were, when he won, it was just like he didn't really deserve it. It is what it is, it's part of the business. That's what I love so much about the business is the emotional roller coasters it puts you through, right? Because I was so unhappy and I was like, why I don't think he should be in this position, right? But then you get the man, the myth, the legend, Seth frickin' Rollins, right? Comes out, saves the whole night, saves the show basically, and cashes in. And as a fan, that caught me so off guard, and I loved it because I wasn't expecting it. I don't think anyone was. And like, he came out in the crutches, and I was like, oh man, he's probably just showing up, telling him I'm next. And then he drops. It's just the whole show and everything going into it just proves why Seth Rollins is one of the best to ever do it.
And then John Cena obviously loses to Cody Rhodes last night. Brock Lesnar comes out, hits him with an F5. Did you see also John Cena was watching your entrance? Did you see that picture?
No, I didn't see that.
There's an unbelievable picture on Twitter of him under the stage as you're coming out, and no pun intended, you almost can't see him.
Really?
But yeah, he was watching your entrance last night.
I gotta, if someone has that picture, I'd love to check that out. Yeah, if you could pull it up for me. Yeah, I did. I had no idea. And it's funny, I saw him right before, because they were right after us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't even put two and two together. Yeah, he was over by Gorilla. Said,
here, this is right as your music is about to hit.
Oh, he's like hiding there. That's so awesome.
And someone took a video of your entrance and didn't realize, and this is a screenshot from it. Yeah.
That's so cool. I got to find that later.
That's
dope. Hey, what can I say? John Cena's a Dirty Dom fan. I love it.
Yeah, he is. Who isn't?
He helped me a lot coming up. When the live crowds first started, I was teaming with my deadbeat dad, John Cena, against Roman and the Usos. Like,
I was at one of those at MSG.
Yeah, like it doesn't, for me personally, it doesn't get any better than that. Like, you're learning from the best in the business there.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I did that for months.
Yeah.
So shout out to Cena.
Shout out Cena. You also had an awesome appearance in Triple A recently. Absolutely insane reaction.
Yeah.
And then immediately afterwards, everyone is talking about Dominik Mysterio, the next face of Triple A. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think it's it gives me goosebumps talking about it, dude. It's super surreal, especially because, before I even debuted, I had talked about wanting to do something with AAA, right? I wanted to, whether if it was just showing up or having a debut, anything down there with AAA, just because of the history and the legacy that it has. The fact that my dad started down there, my uncle Rey Mysterio Sr. did some stuff down there, so I was like, for me, even my cousin now, my Rey Mysterio Sr.'s son, his real son, El Heredero, he's doing stuff with AAA now. So, like, I was literally the only Mysterio not to do anything in AAA. And I was like, how is this possible? I'm the greatest Mysterio of all time. I need to go down there and do something. So when the opportunity presented itself, I jumped on it right away. I was like, yes, I'm there. I was like, let's do it.
Did you feel like it went even beyond your expectations?
100%.
Like, that moment is crazy.
Yeah, I was not expecting that at all. For me, I'm very nonchalant. I'm a very laid back kid from San Diego, dude. I go with the flow. So for me, I was like, yeah, it's just another day in the office. I'm just here to do what I'm supposed to do, right? But the fact that no one knew and it stayed under wraps, it was secret. And
yeah, what was like the level of secrecy that went into that?
I believe there was only like 3 or 4 of us that knew.
Are you going down in a hood and mask? And,
yeah. Like I showed up day of the show, went from the airport straight to the arena. I changed inside the van, pulled up with the hoodie. I believe there was one kid that saw me because he was getting some snacks, and he saw me and he just like lost it. And I looked at him and I just went. And walked in, and sure enough, once I got in there, like everyone was surprised to see me. As far as like the talent, producers, referees, like no one was expecting me back there. So like it was definitely a super cool moment.
Does it feel like a reverse like bucket list? Like you've done WrestleMania at this point. You've been to the pinnacle of what most people would consider wrestling, and now you're going back and doing like things that most people do in the reverse order.
Yeah, it's almost like how I've done my whole career, you know?
True.
I didn't do, you know, the developmental
Straight
NXT.
to the main roster.
I went straight to the main roster. And then once I was in the main roster, I came down to NXT, took over NXT, 2-time North American champion. So it's like, I've never done anything the right way anyways. So like, why start now? You
Feels
know?
like side quests.
Yeah.
You're just hitting side quests.
I'm doing side missions at this point. I do what I can.
What do you credit the most as far as your growth goes? Like when I interviewed you over 3 years ago at this point, like I said, different person, completely different wrestler, different everything. What era do you think you grew the most in?
I want to say, you know, as soon as I jumped in the Judgment Day, just the amount of help from everybody, you know, from Finn to Damian, to Voldemort, like even JD jumping in and adding, you know, Carly. Everyone was just so helpful and just guiding me and helping me build my confidence up. And like Finn is like one of those guys that's been there for me since day one. You know, I met Finn when my dad came back in 2017 for the Rumble, 2018. And right then and there, I'd met Finn for the first time and he goes, mate, whatever you need. He goes, you let me know. He goes, I got you. And sure enough, when I was in the company, I was doing overseas tag teams with him, and he as a babyface and now as a heel with him. So like, he's just one of those guys that's been there from the beginning for me, just helping me, guiding me. And it's like, he's one of the best, you know, one of the best to ever do it. As far as like, he went over to New Japan, took over there. He was in Mexico with CMLL, took over down there, came to WWE, became the first ever Universal Champion. Like Finn is that dude, and he's been there helping me and guiding me. And not only that, but like everyone in the back has been so helpful, from, you know, Triple H to the producers, Michael Hayes. Like everyone's been so helpful and just, I want to say, just helping me and wanting me to succeed.
Yeah. How do you feel about, we're getting a behind the curtain look at the producers and stuff like that in Unreal. How do you feel about all of that?
I plead the fifth.
Fair enough. And also, I've seen tons of videos. You're very gracious with your fans, meet and greets and all of that. Do you have any crazy fan encounters that come to mind right away
so
where
many.
you're like...
And here's my thing too. Like if you catch me like at the hotel, at the airport, and you ask me for pictures, autographs, I'm not going to take them. It's just what I've been taught to do as a heel. I'm just not going to do it. It's something about me that I just can't do it. But if you come to a meet and greet, dude, I'll hang out with you.
Yeah, that's
like,
what you're there for.
That's what I'm there for.
Yeah.
But like I've had some pretty crazy ones to where some dude and his wife came up to me and they're like, hey, we're here on our honeymoon. And his wife goes, yeah, I convinced him to bring me here on our honeymoon. Do you want to hang out later?
Oh no, you know what that means.
I was like, no, you know, I'm not really about that life. And she goes, yeah, just hit me up. And I was like,
menage a trois.
I look at her husband. I'm like, dude, this is your wife, right? I was like, that's crazy. I was like, I get it.
Dirty Dom.
I was like, I get it. I was like, I have that effect on women. I understand.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that was a pretty wild one. I was like, the fact
this
that
is like at a hotel or something.
It was at a meet and greet at the show.
God. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
she was like, we just got married and I convinced him to bring me here for our honeymoon. And I heard you were going to be at the meet and greet, so like I convinced him to bring me here. I was like, oh.
What a honeymoon request. You get like, married and now you got the Dirty Dom on your mind.
Hey, whatever makes it happen, Captain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so. What are your biggest wrestling pet peeves?
Oh, I have so many.
Let's get into them. I have
so many pet peeves. I feel like I've said this a lot. I'm a fan of the old schoolness of wrestling, right? I grew up around it for the longest time. I'm just an old soul when it comes to it. And I have a lot of pet peeves. One of them is kayfabe.
Yeah.
I personally enjoy always staying in it as much as possible.
Yeah.
Like I'm Dirty Dom as Dirty Dom gets.
Yep.
Like, and if I don't know, like I just don't like it when you're not.
Yeah.
Like, but that's just me personally. There's so many different.
Yeah, I know.
There's so many different opinions.
It's a touchy subject right now.
Like I could care less. Like at the end of the day, I'm gonna do Dirty Dom.
Yeah.
But that's just me personally. I grew up on it. You know, I can say whatever I want, but people are gonna have their opinions, and that's just what it is. They're like, what is it? Like buttholes? Everyone has one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Like
opinions are
buttholes. Everyone's got
Everyone's
one.
got one.
And I recently saw an interview with Cody where he was asked to kind of come up with a misdemeanor and a felony as far as the locker room goes. And he was talking about like if someone's signing 8x10s, you don't come up to them and interrupt their process or whatever. Do you have anything like that in the locker room that you would kind of quantify as a misdemeanor or a felony?
Man, I don't know. I don't know if I should say that. Fuck it. When it comes to the male talent in the locker room, I feel like it's very personal to us, right? Like we're in there changing. There's things that happen in the locker room, and if you don't knock before coming into male talent in the locker room, and you're not male talent, to me it's an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're just barging in, like look at no, like have some respect. You're walking into the locker room, our locker room, like. Knock, hey, I'm looking for somebody. Like, no, you can't just kick the door. Where is Dirty Dom? Like, like, dude, what if I'm taking a shit? What if I'm changing with my pants down and my little Dirty Dom is out?
I think that's a very fair like knock before you come into a locker room. I think it's very fair. Yeah.
You'd be surprised how often it does not happen.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Is it sometimes, obviously we see now there's so many celebrities at these shows and everything. Does that ever get like a bit much, like you're trying to prepare to go out there and you got to say hi to someone or anything like that?
Honestly, it depends on who you are. Like I know there's guys that like have their process with headphones and are like running around and you can't talk to them.
You locked in before a match like that?
Dude, I could give a shit. I thrive under pressure. I live for this stuff. I've been doing this since I was 8 years old. Even before, like there's pictures of me behind the guardrail in WCW. You know what I mean? So it's like
pictures of you, like that picture of Cena.
Yeah, watching others. So it's like for me, I've grown up around this. Like even with the Netflix Unreal show, you see how like people like. And again, no knock to anybody. Everyone's different. People panic, freak out when things are about to happen. But like, I'm so used to it. Like, it's just second nature to me. Like, I'm just, I thrive in it. I'm ready for it. And to me, it's like, if you want to meet me right before I'm about to walk out the curtain, be like, what's up, boy? I'm Dirty Dom. Go watch me do my shit. Like, to me, it is what it is. It's just another day in the office. Yeah.
I have some rapid fire questions I want to run through with you. One of which I asked you back in 2022, so we'll see if your answer changed. The strongest wrestler you've ever been in the ring with?
Brock Lesnar.
Makes sense. I keep getting Brock Lesnar as the answer to that question.
Yeah, he just did whatever he wanted.
The funniest wrestler you've ever met? This is the one I asked you back in 2022.
I'm going to say Otis.
Okay, it has changed.
Who did I say last time?
R-Truth.
Yeah, well, because during the babyface run, I was hanging out with Uncle Ron a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He did do a lot of stuff in the Judgment Day, but dude, Otis is a different level of like, it's just Otis.
Yeah,
like if you should have him on here one day.
I would love to have
if
Otis.
If you could
on,
have Otis live and in person. Yeah. Oh my goodness, he is the absolute man. Make it happen.
Make it happen. Get Otis in here.
Get the Alphas Academy in here. It'll be absolutely chaos.
The stiffest wrestler you've ever been in the ring with?
Stiffest wrestler. Believe it or not, every time I wrestle my deadbeat dad, I always leave with scratches, marks, bruised eye, bloody nose, something, and it's always with him.
That's messed up.
Yeah, I think he realized he couldn't hit me anymore, so he's like, when he could get his chance, he would lay it in.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, and I think I don't want to say stiff either, but like he's just a big. I don't think he can control it. Like Randy Orton. Randy Orton. He's just a massive human of a person. Yeah. So like when I took his first clothesline in War Games when he came back, brother, he was as 300 pounds as it gets. Like that is a Gigantopithecus if I've ever seen one.
Speaking of the deadbeat dad, we had like a little Twitter exchange months ago about people using the 619 other than you. Is that a pet peeve for you?
Yeah, I hate people using the 619. If it's not yours or if your name's not a Mysterio, stop using the 619. It's mine.
Yeah,
I'm like just plain and simple.
I'm with you.
Like you know who you are. There's a few of you out there. Stop using the 619. It's mine. It's mine.
The best technical wrestler you've ever been in the ring with?
Chad Gable.
Chad Gable.
Yeah.
Another Alpha Academy guy.
Yeah. Oh, not really anymore.
Former.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, either Chad or Seth. Both very, very like good with what they do and like smart technically and know how to like manipulate the joints.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Super, super smart guys.
And then the most painful finisher you've ever taken?
I wasn't a fan of Damian's Razor's Edge. Just because he's tall and that's a big drop.
Yeah.
And his choke slam too. You know, I'm not a big guy. I'm like 6 feet tall, 6'1", about 200 pounds, you know, on a good day. But like he the way he just like wants to get me up there, like over he's like 6'6" too. So like he gets me well over his head. And that's not a fun bump.
No, that doesn't look like it.
No.
And then like non-wrestling related, what have you been watching lately?
Oh man. I've been watching a lot lately. You know, I don't want to get into too much of it, but I just started the last season of Just Like That.
Okay, the Sex and the City show?
Allegedly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alleged.
All right.
I'm a big Love on the Spectrum guy.
Had you seen the prequel, Sex and the City?
No.
Okay. You're a big Love on the Spectrum guy, you were saying?
I'm a big Love on the Spectrum guy.
Okay. Are you
Mr.
into
Big.
Shows more than movies?
I like movies. I actually just got my wife into all the Marvel movies.
Oh, I knew you were into those. Yeah.
So she had never seen any like superhero movies. So like we started from like the first one.
Yeah.
Like we started like I think it was I want to say Iron Man or maybe Captain America.
Iron Man, yeah.
But no, we started in like chronological.
I see.
Yeah, so like we started like Captain America and all. She watched all of them all the way through to the point where like I got her hooked.
You see Fantastic Four?
No, we haven't seen that yet. See,
I really liked it. Yeah.
Did you?
Loved it. Yeah.
I've heard mixed reactions of it.
I saw it twice.
Okay,
Loved
so it's got to be good.
Yeah. What about Superman? You see that one?
I haven't seen it yet. I've been super busy.
Yeah.
But like I don't care if they have superheroes in it, like or monsters or anything. Like I love it.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite movies of all time is Van Helsing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And people hate Van Helsing.
Yeah.
That's like in my top 3.
Do you remember the video game for that?
No.
I remember the video game was awesome.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was like one of those like licensed video games they used to make back in the day.
No, I loved Van Helsing.
So you love anything with superheroes, monsters, or Carrie Bradshaw?
Allegedly.
And then what have you been listening to lately? Like what's on the Dominik Mysterio Spotify playlist?
Dude, I'm a connoisseur of music, so it just depends on the mood. Lately I've been on a lot of like traditional Mexican, like corridos tumbados, but I also, you know, I love my country music. I love hip hop. When I'm on the plane, sometimes I want to relax. I'll just put on some like Frank Sinatra or Louis Capaldi. Like, dude, I'm literally all over the place.
All
I have
blue
like,
eyes. You are a connoisseur.
Yeah, I got my reggae playlist too. So like Revolution. I got some Bob Marley, even some like some Ocean Alley, some boys out in Australia. So like, I'm literally all over the place when it comes to my music.
Wow. Yeah. And like, are you listening to like music to hype you up before? I know you said you don't give a shit. Like you're not like locked in before a match, but like, are you listening to like calm reggae before you go out like that in the locker room?
It depends. If I'm like feeling like it's a reggae kind of mood,
okay,
I'll definitely put on some, you know, Mirage by Revolution or like, you know, Feeling All Right, something, you know, but it honestly just depends on the mood I'm in.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Where do you see Dominik Mysterio in 5 years?
Man,
I know it's hard to ask that. The business moves like crazy. Like
it really
3
does.
years ago was crazy. Yeah.
In 5 years, I definitely see myself collecting more gold. Still, man, I don't even know if I want to say still with the Judgment Day, but because the Judgment Day is just, I feel like it's going to be one of those things that's just always going to be around. Always, you know, having a different evolution to what it was before.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say staying together with the Judgment Day, almost like NWO style, where we just have thousands of members. Almost Samoan family style, you know?
Yep.
Definitely, most likely a world champion. I want to have people stop questioning me as the greatest Mysterio of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Still have my Juanita by me, and I don't know, maybe
hope to retire dad by then.
If he's not gone by then, I've not done my job correctly. If he's still wrestling in 5 years, I I will retire.
Oh, wow.
If he has not done wrestling
Big
in 5
ultimatum.
years, like I'm done. Like he should, like the business is killed, right? More than CM Punk ever ruined the business. That's dead right there.
All right. That's a good note to end it on. Listen, I'm a fan of your dad, so I don't want to go too far into that territory.
It's crazy, Robbie. I thought we were boys.
Listen, Dominic, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. The IC champ, the king of the luchadors.
You heard it here first.